All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 11.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And an alley to run. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tevin Coleman. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready, break. 64, weak, to go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Clock now to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready?
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He gets it to Brown, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
White. 11.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're saying right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Quick dash. Go.
Now a give, right side. Hines, 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Monk's 56. Here it comes.
Throwing his lock on third down. Got his man, it's Williams. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Hey, Orbit.
Block off of play action. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
It's now 3rd down.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Mike 56 right there.
6'6", bullet high.
QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Yeah, 5.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
90 Wolf.
Watch the out, watch the out. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Come on, set. Hey, exit. 10-2 sub.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They look to throw. It's Locke. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They get 14 on that one, good for a Houston first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions step up and make those throws, and he did that.
On first down, Hines. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On third down, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. 20, 6, 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee.
And that's caught inside the 35. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Check 50, check 50.
Tight dog. Check. Slam.
12, fellas, here we go.
Crunch.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On third down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike's back.
Go.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it
Snap.
Now Locke. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards the pickup there.
50, plant.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
We want you.
Locke now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On play action, Locke. And this is caught at the 8. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
I smell fear in that offense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
all day, just like that.
They'll try and run for it. Option left. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
65.
Now Garoppolo. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Hey, high 7. 56. Go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Texans 6.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Set, ready? 30 base.
59. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Hey, wahoo.
Watch the flood. Motion. Pop. Check 99. Check 99.
Shoot.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Kendall Beckwith on the stop. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
Ready.
The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Check 59, Mike is 50. On the ball.
On 2nd and 15 now. Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 37-yard line.
Bang, 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 bang. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
He's checking. Crash. Check.
13.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman, and he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 38, Texans 6.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Houston, good night, everybody.